Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, whatever it might be for you. I'm going to let YouTube. Whoa, that was loud. Hope y'all are well. Weather report. We had a cool down today. It's a nice, balmy 97 degrees here at 6 p.m. in Central California, or California, as some like to call it. How'd the market do last week? It was kind of, the majors are kind of flat. Well, no, let's take that back. Dow Jones was flat. Like they were up like 0.00085% for the week. S&P 500 up 0.5%, but the NASDAQ up 2.2% and the Russell up 2.7%. So the small cap and tech areas are really fueled the run. What else happened last week? Jobs report. Apparently, people are going back to work. I guess that was a bullish sign for the market because I think that kind of started to move up right there. What else? What else big happened last week? I don't think anything. At least not that I can think of. But anyhow, what's happening in the upcoming week? Berkshire Hathaway is probably the big one that's going to be reporting earnings. Disney as well. And then there's just a bunch of little stuff. Dominion Energy, BAM, Cisco. Everything else is just kind of Cisco, as in Cisco Foods, and also Tyson Foods. I'd be interested in those two. I think Tyson is still undervalued. I think it's been undervalued for a while, but it's, some people don't like Tyson because it's crappy chicken. What else? We were supposed to go shopping and spend some money, but Knives got called into work, and then it was freaking raining like crazy one of these days when it was 100 degrees. So we said, yeah, we're not going to take the drive. So we'll probably do that this coming week. My son, my youngest, wants to go finish his school shopping. All of a sudden into clothes in his senior year. So that's interesting. I think that's it. Really not much going on. How are you guys doing? Stocks going to the moon. The poll is up. Yes, no. What are the other options? Yes, no. Who cares? And does it matter? Something like that. I voted. Well, I can't vote, but I would have voted. Does it matter? I don't think it really matters. I'd really rather have the stock market go sideways for a little while, and you'll see that coming up in my options video. If you watch my options videos, I'll put that one out probably Monday afternoon or Tuesday morning. I don't know which one yet. But I'm in a position to take advantage if the market does take another dip. So I'll leave it at that. Other than that, what else we got? What do we want to talk about? Cars, peanut butter, vegetables, toilet paper, creamy, crunchy, grape or strawberry. You tell me. We'll just go get into it because Bend Over, he's not here. He's just not here. I don't know who did that, but he's not here. Joe Zip said he was first. Oh, then he goes, dang me, second. A Grateful Man says third still gets a participation medal. Not here, buddy. No participation trophies here. Myriad Faces. Fourth is still better than last. True, as long as there's more than 4 participants. Mason CNC says when Paul Volcker when's Paul Volcker going to bump interest rates to 20%? Probably not going to happen. We can barely take this. What is it now? I don't even know what it is. 3.25%, 4%. Well, I shouldn't say we can't take it because economy seems to keep running and inflation seems to keep running, except gas prices. Gas prices are coming down. I paid yesterday at Costco $4.85. I know there's, I'm in California, so I'm more expensive than anybody out there, but it was as high as $5.99. Yeah, actually, it was over $6, but I never paid over $6. I paid $5.99. That was the highest that Costco got, and now they're at $4.85. So we'll see. A grateful man, an Irishman, a Catholic priest, and Poloski stumbled out of a bar together. Poloski said, "Give me the quiche. It's my turn to drive." Knives. Hi, Knives. How you doing, Knives? Just With such a stellar jobs report, the odds of an intermeeting rate hike by the Fed's possibility. I don't know. Rate hikes seem to don't matter. Like, it's kind of like the stock market bottom. Gary Lienerman, hello and hello twice. A grateful man, hello and hello twice. We got echo in here. Joe says, how grateful. Gary Del Vecchio, good evening, Gary. What do you think will break the market away from the good news is bad news cycle? Maybe some actual bad news. I don't know. I think we need to go to war to break the good news bad news cycle. Because I don't know what's out there that can government shutdown, or they try to shut down because of some new monkey virus of some sort. It's not going to happen a second time around. I don't think the people will let it happen. Pelosi, Biden, and Harris are in a limo that drives off a cliff. What do you call it? A good start. What's Palantir earnings going to be, up or down? I don't know. That's a rough one. If I were to have just a guess, like 50-50 shot, I'd say up. What ETF follows the Russell? The main one is IWM. That's the Russell 2000 ETF. And then TNA if you want a 3x leveraged of that version. Rib Java. Hello, all. Hello. Going Green Mom. Bon Jower. Bon Jower. I think she meant to put Bon Jovi. Or Bonbons. A grateful man. With Tyson Foods, U.S. Foods, and Cisco, amongst others, reporting, we will have a good idea as to how the out-of-the-house food service is doing. Yeah, especially with Cisco and U.S. Foods. Tyson, they have Tyson's a little bit more spread out, I guess, because Tyson has all their stuff in all the grocery stores. Or Cisco, U.S. Foods, they're more service related. RYLD for Russell as well as IWM. RYLD, no, I won't call any of those YLDs a index ETF following. I would just name them covered call ETFs that utilize covered calls against a index. because the index for the RYLD, XYLD, QYLDs are not the Russell, the NASDAQ, or the S&P. They have their own indexes. And that's normally the CBOE buy right indexes, not the majors. Our AMC started to run up Friday, and I think it will continue. Did you buy SQQQ on Monday? I think that was you that said that. Was that you? AMC started to run up. Yeah, I don't touch those anymore. I don't like that high volatility stuff so much. Lots of YouTubers pumping Palantir. Really? Yeah, I don't watch YouTubers. I don't watch financial YouTubers, so I don't know what the heck's going on there. Who do I watch? None religiously that puts out like consistent content. None of them, honestly. I don't know. I think I've shared with that before. I just think financial YouTube is kind of boring. What do you think of playing the arbitrage trade on VMware? It's 20% below the buyout price. VMW? They're being bought out? Who's buying them? Let's see if I can get some headlines here. VMware. I don't see any headlines. What is it? Microsoft approached Google, Oracle, other cloud providers, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I don't know. What am I missing? Huh. VMware, though, looks like they had a big pop back in May. Maybe that's why I didn't go far enough for the news. That's still pretty good value there, really. So I don't know. I don't have much details on that. Thumbs up, 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 thumbs up. For sure. Loving that I bought one notebook, one accordion file, and some underwear, and my school shopping is done. I haven't bought anything. He's 17. He's working, and he wouldn't like what I would buy him or his mom would buy him. So let him do it. Hey there, Knives. Option pairs, that is selling out of the money puts and calls and then closing them on the crazy ups downs. Out of the money puts and calls and then closing them on the crazy ups downs. I call those strangles. But I typically will only do a strangle if I own the stock. Typically. So, in other words, a put and a covered call. That's technically a strangle. Last time I was out, it was 407. Yeah. I'd really like it to be. See what I say we're at 485. I'd really like it to be 350 and less. Probably. Hi there at Going Green Mom. 349 here in North Carolina. Nice. What is the beer tonight, Knives? She keeps it consistent with Ultra. Yeah, Michelob Ultra. Ultra Light. It's a fancy little mini can. I got water. What about VTWO? I think that's the Vanguard version of the Russell 2000. Yep. Yeah, that's fine too. But if you're selling, if you know, typically when people ask on here about certain things, they're wanting to sell options, and VTWO, not the one to sell options on if you're wanting to do it. I mean, you can. The volume is not there, and the bid ask spread on the options chain will probably be off the wall or off the chain. Because if you're going to do options with an index, IWM for the small cap would be the way to go. Lol. I'm noticing that I know quite a few people double shot and already had it getting reinfected. 5 days max off work if they stay off at all. Thinking shutdowns aren't going to happen. Yeah, I don't think shutdowns. I don't think they'd do it. I don't think the people would comply. That's what I think. There's going to be a certain amount of people that will comply, but I think the vast majority of people are just, they look back at the mess that this was and what kind of damage it caused, and they're like, we can't be doing that no more. Ooh, I want bonbons. Those are better than French greetings. Yeah. Yeah, I think I've only had bonbons like once or twice in my life. They're good. They are for sure good. Shamir, evening. Another moment of silence for the Horse Poop Act, aka Build Back Better App, aka Inflation Reduction Act. Yeah. I mean, they got to play it. I mean, they got to play the Inflation Reduction Act up for November for sure. Hey Drip, how's your morning going? Fake news grateful. Did Camping World earnings come out? Yeah, they blew it out the water. Um, I I was actually surprised at it. I didn't think they would. I mean, it's down a little bit from year prior, but you can't when you're going up against the pandemic uh run up that Camping World had. Of course they're going to have less revenue, less sales, all that, but it was still like the second best quarter ever for Camping World, and they shot up a lot. I think they went from like 26 to 31, something like that, and then they fell back down into the mid 29s. And what is this SJW crap there, Ray? That ain't working, bro. We have a Tyson turkey and Tyson pork plant in my community. Plenty of hogs going through that plant. Nice. Single Jewish and white? Is that what you said? I don't think so. I don't think that's what he means. SJW, yeah, social justice woman. I stay away from meme stocks. Yeah, I stay away from them too. I messed with them a little bit here and there, way back when, um, and then seen people really get slaughtered. Because I mean, yeah, you can make a lot of money with meme stocks. Don't get me wrong, but that sword is double edged. So, um, you know, just be prepared is all I'm saying. Yes, SQQQ was not good last week, so the rest of my stuff did well. It was a good hedge. TQQ was the winner last week. Gotcha. So you bought some and you held it, or did you buy some and you sold it? Joe Zip, I have bought puts and covered calls on Palantir. One way will be right. That's true. One of it's gonna go either way. Watch, it's gonna go flat, just straight flat, no change, no nothing. That would suck. Because then you got time. You have to wait. Last week, the fintechs took off. PayPal, Square, Affirm. Yeah, they did. I've been eyeballing Shopify. I was almost going to sell a put on them like a week or so ago, and I wish I did, because that sucker recovered big. Yeah, I was looking at it when it was down in the low 30s. I was like, man, I can sell a $20 put on this thing and make decent money. I didn't though. But I think Shopify is another one to look at possibly. I feel like the best financial course of action tends to be the boring plan implemented consistently and a good garden to supplement the grocery store. I agree. I'm hoping to get to the boring plan. If you watch my video Saturday, I got way too many stocks for me. I really just want a few ETFs and a stock or two. I think I got like, I don't even know how many it was, 15, 20 holdings. That's just way too much for me. SOXLs, cash here put, yes or no? Yes, I do them all the time. I got 3 of them on right now. I think a 16, 15, and 14. Or is it a 15, 14, and 13? I don't know. But I do SOXL all the time on a down day. I have a jalapeno, Gary. Got my first couple peaches already. Yeah, I got a couple jalapenos off of our plant. And man, them suckers were hot. Knives made some tacos and some pico de gallo and put the jalapenos in there. Holy crap, I was sweating. Might want to add some chickens also. Yep, get some eggs. Look up VMware is getting acquired by Broadcom. Sounds like they don't care about their small customers. Maybe the news is on Broadcom stuff because there wasn't no headline news on the other one. That must be old news. Y'all bringing up some old news. Because I don't see, I'm back to July 26th, and I don't see it in the thing on the headlines. Anaya, late but here. Yes, beer on hand. Cheers for your wife. Anaya says, cheers for your beer, babe. Oop, did you hear that? Broadcom's buying them at 142. Seems like a good fit. I'll be honest, I don't know anything about either company. I know Broadcom was a very good dividend growth stock. I don't really know anything about VMware, but I see what you're talking about with the arbitrage thing. As long as the sale goes through, the problem with a lot of some of these, not all, some is, they could get held up. Look at what happened with Twitter and Elon Musk, right? So something like that happens, then you could get kind of screwed. Anaya has Corona on hand. Oh yeah, she went and researched the school supplies she wanted, and I just paid for it. Current plans try for early graduation, so might not have a full 2 years left. Nice. Hey, my drinking buddy. You have a drinking buddy, Knives. Does hubby know about this? Yeah. My wife typically only drinks at home.
And only the day before I have to work.
And only the day before she has to go to work. So if she has to go to work she has to wake up at like 4 a.m. She'll have a brew, knock her butt out. Mike Witten, I got COVID legs that turned negative in the sun, and the aides would sit on my lap and rub their hands up and down my leg, and I'd come up positive again. And corn pops were breakfast. I was reading this like, what the hell are you talking about?
You okay? You okay, Mike?
Oh man. I was like, I got COVID legs. What the hell are COVID legs? Oh, that's funny. Prez, I live in a trailer park, max of 2 animals and no livestock animals. No chickens for me. Keep them indoors. No one will know. It's probably not a good idea. Despite more people being employed, GDP is not increasing due to lower productivity. Yeah, I don't expect it to. Like I said, recession, tomato. Yes, and he's good. What you talking about, Willis? Did very well with AMC because I was in it before the apes got into it. The run up to the 70s was great. I knew it would survive, or else will teens lose their virginity or get drunk in a parking lot. I don't see anybody going to the movies anymore here. Our freaking movie theaters are freaking dead. I'm kind of pissed because we used to have a $3 movie theater and they're not $3 anymore. They're like $10. And that's the value theater. Don't like that. I wanted to go see any movie because they got 4D now. So it's kind of like that. I don't know what you would call it, virtual reality or action, where the seats move and they do, sense and uh vibrations and all that kind of stuff. What? But it's like $25 a ticket, something like that. 25, $30 a ticket. So I'm like, better be a good movie. Yeah, we went and seen Top Gun, but that wasn't the action one. It was the 270, uh, where certain parts of the movie they uh, projected on the sides. So like if they're flying in the jet, you'll see the side view as well, which was pretty cool. Going great, Mom. Thanks. Drippy. Evening, John. Howdy doody, John. Mike Witten. Mara covered calls, but cash secured puts. Revlon 18-month cash secured puts. Oh, yeah. I saw your Revlon comment. Like, yeah, if you're up, honestly, if you're up in that 18-month cash secured put on Revlon, I'd take the profit. Because I know that they took I know that they got approved for a bankruptcy loan to try to keep them out of bankruptcy. But that's like bad news. I need to talk to your manager. SJW Karen. Picture in Discord where I'm watching this at right now, Mom. Oh, you must be on the beach. You need a rooster going, Green. That way you can get the whole park up and active first thing every morning. I'm not in whatever Discord y'all are on. Yeah, I don't promote the Discord. I don't know why I don't. That's probably my bad. And I'm not very active in it either. A Grateful Man is actually more active in it than I am, and so is Drip Johnson. Hey, Drip or Grateful Man, go ahead and post the Discord link if you would. Newest buy right play Shopify 35 for 30 DTE, plan to roll indefinitely. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Shopify got punished. I mean, it's still, even at that 35 price, it's still an expensive stock. Um, but I don't see uh I don't see their business faltering in the future. It's all online stuff. I don't see that going away. But as far as valuation is concerned, yeah, Shopify is extremely expensive, but I just don't. I like it. I would probably, if they have another down week this week, I'd probably get into a cash secured put on them. I don't know. I'm GGM creates on there. If you want to send me a link to join, gotcha. Link should be coming. I'm behind by about 10 minutes. I plan to sell a 40 cash secured put on shop once it gets called away. I'd probably be in the 30s if it were me. But Mike, you know, you got more Wavos than I do. And I just started planting my garden, hoping to eat at least a couple of vegetables, declare it a win. Yeah, I tried tomatoes. That didn't work out. I tried basil. That didn't work out. Was it basil that we tried? Or was it cilantro? It was one of the two. That didn't work out. The only one that worked out was the jalapenos. And I can't even try to kill it. It won't die. Like I won't go out and, like, I think all winter, all spring, I never touched it. And on the it fell over, sitting on the ground, and it was still blooming, still growing. Can't kill that plant, even though I tried. I play both SQs, TQs almost daily and try to end the day week with only a few shares or none. It has worked, but if it was not for the free trading, I would not. But SQQ is a good hedge. Gotcha. I want an acre or 50 with a garden and animals so I never have to beg for food and sustenance. Yeah, that's a lot of work. Like my neighbors have a like full-on garden in their backyard. Like, like five, six, seven, eight, I don't know, raised beds, container vegetables everywhere. And literally they're out there every day, like all day. And then at night, like 11 o'clock at night, I hear them out there watering at night. It's like, dang, that is a lot of freaking work. And very boring investor here, broad market ETFs. Hey, that's all you need. That's literally all you need. What are you growing? Growing that good stuff? Grateful man, have a 11-20 spread on shop January 2023. Snowball in Miami chance. It didn't you shouldn't have an 1100 to 1120 spread on it anymore. It should have adjusted with the split. Right now on the ground, I have beans, corn, and okra. The only thing that stands this heat. Ooh. Should try some beans. Gary says a bear family ate all the peaches off every tree. Dang. Damn bears, but don't tell them I said that. I'm old and they're big. Every tree? How many trees were there, Gary? And if I added chickens, I wouldn't need to buy eggs from my chiropractor. That's kind of an odd combination. Buying eggs from the chiropractor. Hopefully he doesn't crack them. Old news from May, but VMware selling at 20% below takeover price. Gotcha. Okay. I knew it was old. It must have been old news. I didn't see it anywhere. But like I said, that's those things happen, right? Where trades fall through or buyouts fall through. There was another one. Who was it? Activision Blizzard. That's another one. Microsoft is supposed to be buying them for, I don't know what it is, 90 something or something like that. And they're sitting here floundering at $80. So who knows? No GGM creates user found. You can't create an invite. Here, let me find the invite. Let's see. Invite people. There we go. Let's copy. And let me come over here. Paste. There we go. Hopefully that worked. But started my seed trays, tomato, pepper, pumpkin. Dang, pumpkin. Hey, whatever happened to that guy? We used to have a pumpkin guy on here. He was a pumpkin farmer. Dang it, what was his name? Anybody recall that? Know what I'm talking about? Do you need the number after it, or is that different for different servers? I don't even know. I'm not Discord expert. JPM borrows money from government at 0% interest, then buys U.S. Treasuries sold to cover that loan that are marked up 1 to 3%. JP Morgan himself created this system. Yeah, good deal for them. Nice. And Iowa, what region you in? I believe Texas. Doesn't seem like VMware has much of a moat. Microsoft buying Activision on the other hand at 95 when they're at 80 now. Yeah, see, I almost bought I was looking at something. I forget what I was looking at on Activision, but I was going to do a put or buy a call or something. But I just never did it. I didn't realize that it was like a year out. It's probably not a year out anymore, but I'm like, geez, why is it taking so long for that to happen? The more time that, goes on, the more something can go wrong. We already brought in a drowned rat of a kitten today. That makes 3. Jeez. I give up searching. There's the link. Sounds like a strip club might give you all the things you want and be cheaper. What? Houston, Texas. Isn't there like 4 or 5 million people living in Houston, Texas? Or is that Dallas? Might be Dallas. You don't have a wrench, so link won't show up. My email is going green mom on YouTube at Gmail. Hopefully that my link showed up, because I should have a wrench. Bend over. See, I need more time and sites to find the info like this. Bankruptcy loans to help my trading. Yeah, I have a watch list of some of those kind of weird stocks. I think I did a Revlon cash secured put. No, I think that was Tupperware. A lot of those really small cap names are dangerous. They have established names, right? You think Revlon, you're like, hey, that's a major player. That's how I think anyway. how are they gonna? They're gonna be okay. Next thing you know, they're talking about bankruptcy. And Tupperware, same kind of deal. Like that thing's been around forever, but I don't think they're going bankrupt. But I'm just saying, um, Bed Bath and Beyond, that sucker's probably going away. Um, who else is that there in retail? Toys R Us, they just disappeared. Like, how the hell did Toys R Us disappear? And they're coming back. I saw a headline that they're opening up in 9 states or something like that. What else? Drove by Kohl's. If anybody's in the Kohl's position, parking lot was packed, and that was on yesterday morning after I got gas. That is a hell no, Grateful. I slept till 11 today. Sheesh. I can't sleep past. Oh, I'll take that back. I slept till 8 a.m. Saturday morning, and that was shocking. Like I woke up, looked at the clock, looked at knives. I'm like, holy crap, it's 8. We would never sleep that late. JFC. What's JFC? When you get down here, they need a wrench to do that. Gotcha. Maybe link is on GW's page. Yeah, I probably need to put that in there. I am a moderator in there, or they call it God mode. I have God mode in that Discord. But like most things, I'm not big on social media stuff. Some once in a while. Howdy, Ben. Linktree failed us. No Discord link. Yeah, it did. There's no Discord link in there. I'll probably add it in there. Do basil inside and other herbs too. Yeah, I bought a basil plant and we tried. I don't know. I don't have a good window for it to be in. I don't really get sun in the house. So it's a little, I think we did it once or twice and they both died. I'm down 50% on shop. Yeah, I would imagine that sucker was down 70% year to date, 73% 1 year, 1 year performance. But here's the kicker. The 5-year performance of Shopify is still up 345%. Still. Even after it fell 74%, if you bought it 5 years ago, you're still up 345%. That's crazy. Hello, Gigi Mom. Thanks, Gary. I have a struggling basil in the balcony right now. We'll put it inside. Yeah, I am no help on basil. I don't know what I would do with basil. Knives only puts it on one dish, and it's sun-dried tomatoes with basil and chicken and pasta. All that gardening is good exercise, keep you in shape in retirement. Oh yeah, I don't disagree. But 7 days a week, 12 hours a day, it's probably not what I want to do in retirement. I mulch this year. It has cut way down on the work. Use pine bedding shavings from Tractor Supply, way cheaper than normal mulch. Pine bed shavings, yeah. We used to sell those in the pet department at Walmart. And cut some of the long basil stems and put them in just water. They will root and you can use the leaves too. Oh, didn't know that. Ouch, that sucks. She does not crack them and would much rather be a full-time homesteader. I let her make my salves too. Right on. Looks like the link worked. I'm using grass clippings as mulch. It's been working well. Right on. Gary says I have 6 peach trees and 10 apple trees that are old enough to get peaches, and 35 fig trees that they left alone, but the figs are not ripe till late September. They do not get the berry or tomatoes. Dang, 35 fig trees. You make fig Newtons? The new urban farming is you just go to San Francisco, load up produce in the cart at the grocery, and its value is under 800. Walk out. No need to plant seeds. Yeah, pretty much. And I think it's 900 and something, Joe. Unless they lowered it recently. If you don't have a wrench, we have problems. I did that one year and didn't pay enough attention, and it heated up and burnt my plants. Kind of been lazy on even raking grass for the compost. I did chop my comfrays back though. Corn fray back though. Comfray or corn fray? What is comfray? Jeez, maybe I need my glasses. Usually my glasses don't work that far. Oh, yeah, that's not gonna work. I gotta sit back this way. Well, I guess that could work. Can y'all hear me? I can kick back. I had corn pops for breakfast this morning. I didn't have breakfast. I had coffee. And then Knives came home and made tacos with the hot ass pico de gallo. A 2x2x3 bale was only like $6. Dang, that's cheap. Holy cow, that is a lot of trees. How old are the peach trees? Mama Peach will likely have minimum of 4 to 5 bushels if they don't all have bug issues. Yeah, what did we have? We had a plum tree when I was growing up. Those were okay. Neighbor across the street had a loquat, not a kumquat, a loquat tree. And we would tear that tree up once a year in one day. What else? We used to live around the corner, had a nice lemon tree. That was nice. Then the other house we moved to had an orange tree. Those were some good oranges. And I wish I would have known about avocados back in the day, because we used to live in an apartment that had an avocado tree. Man, I would have sold those. No need to go to the store for $800 of produce. Just find a community garden for free veggies and fruits and use that 800 free shopping spree to buy important things like corn pops. Dude, if you're by farmers, vegetables are cheap. If you're by, because you get those roadside stands, and man, I remember when we drove to Gilroy, you saw signs, avocados 5 for $1. And I'm like, 5? I mean, that can't be right. I was telling Knives, like, that can't be right, because they're like, at the grocery store, they're like, $1.50 a piece, and here they are 5 for $1. I'm like, holy crap. Laugh out loud. Comfrey. It is a plant that basically mines nutrients with its roots, and then as they decompose on the compost or as much as mulch, if chopped and dropped, they will feed your other plants. Comfrey. We lost one of the peach volunteers debating about trying to get a plum. Yeah, the plum was good. Messy though. If you let them drop. Stands are definitely cheaper than the farmer's market. Yeah, I mean, I was seeing the signs. I was like, holy crap, man. I need one of them. The neighbor I was talking about that does the has the backyard garden, they actually have a farm as well. So every once in a while they'll come bring us bags of freaking vegetables or watermelons or whatever. I make more fig trees than figs. You can clone them easy, and I keep doing it. But now I'm trying the clone weed off of one of my plants. I'm trying the clone weed off of one of my plants. You're growing weed, Gary? Farmers markets are the best. Yeah, sometimes the farmers markets they kind of well, they got to pay for their space and stuff, so I could see where the market goes, but those side street stands, you get deals there. Wheat is probably more lucrative than fig trees. Actually, not in California. I was looking up the prices on some of the weed. Holy cow, it's cheap. It's like weed is cheap as hell. Like it's extremely cheap here in California, at least. I don't know how it is everywhere else, but um, I was doing some calculations on it, and it's cheaper than drinking. It's cheaper than even if you drink one beer a day. It's cheaper than drink. You can buy weed, consume it cheaper than you can drinking beer. Because normally people drink, a couple beers. Weed is not. I don't know if there's any money in that thing. There used to be, but it's almost like they're giving away weed nowadays. GW, you're supposed to pick them before they drop. Yeah. We couldn't get to the top ones. Reproducing weed plants could probably get you faster to retirement. Possibly. Still illegal here. Dang, that's crazy. I tried growing chickens once, but no matter if I planted them head first or tail first, they did not grow. Oh, that would be cool. Chicken tree. Weed is easy to grow if you don't have to try to grow it in your basement bathtub. Yeah, honestly, it probably is easy to grow, but um, for the money, the money that I'm seeing that it's being sold with, I wouldn't want to deal with the mess. I really wouldn't want to deal with the mess. Now, if it were the prices that I remember him by 20 years ago, then yeah, I'd probably want to grow my own. But the prices, to buy ready to go, stupid cheap. Yes, I am trying to grow weed, and I don't smoke, but my son and friends do. Plus, it is fun, so I am learning. That's cool. This one place I was looking at, they have like little desktop ones, little desktop plant kits. I was like, maybe I should put one like right here. Yeah, my semi-dwarf peach is still out of reach for the top two. Yeah, I'm not climbing up a tree. 160 OZ. Back in the day, used to be 400. The best gardeners I know started with growing pot in their closets. Oh wait, that is how they learned about solar too. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. How much for an eighth in a shop in California? If you when they run a sale, you can get an eighth for $12. $12. Because every once in a while they'll have a 50% off sale on a certain brand, and if it's anywhere about $10, you can get a eighth in for 10 freaking bucks. That used to be 60, and now it's 10. I mean, regular price of it would be 20, but they're always running sales. Well, that's the reason why, Zip. Everyone knows you plant chicken's egg first. Already retired, but no weed is hard to grow to completion, and only the female plants get you high. Look up, right? It is not easy, which is weird because back in the 70s, we just planted seeds in the woods. Yeah, exactly. Back in my day, um, I I went into the dispensary. I actually went in with my oldest son, which is a little weird, but it was kind of cool. But I was like, looking at all this, I'm like, man, y'all are freaking spoiled. Because back in the day, you didn't have choices. There were no choices. It's what do you got? This person's got brown, or we called dirt, or we called it gas weed. Reason was we called it gas weed because that's how it got across from Mexico. They brick it up, compress it down, and put it into gas tanks and bring it across the border. Now, if they had green, that was only seasonal, right? So that was up in Humboldt County. If something, if the crop was ready, then you'd have it. But it's like nowadays, you get it anytime you want, no matter what. It's in the store. And I wonder, like, does anybody have brown weed anymore? I guess in some like countries that this ain't happening. I guess it's still probably in Mexico. Wow, that's cheap. Damn. Now I can't see. No wonder my sandal stock went to poop. Yeah, weed socks. If what the From what I'm seeing, to me, there's no money in it. I mean, obviously, uh, you know, if they're selling them for $12 for an eighth, what kind of money is there, right? Because you gotta you gotta grow it, you gotta harvest it, you gotta trim it, you gotta package it, you gotta ship it, you get the stores gotta sell it. And like where's the margin? Like it must be super cheap to produce if they can sell at $12 and still make money. That's what I'm saying. Market in weed is the oil. I want to do edible. Yeah, I think edibles are cool. Because it's you can get so creative with that. Eighth is less than 2 Biden gallons of gas. Is it even possible to just get the kind people grew back then and now? I wish I had saved seed back when I was smoking. I don't know if it's possible in the United States anymore, honestly. Because I mean, we used to get brown weed. I mean, it was okay stuff, but it was typically brought in from Mexico. I don't even think that it exists anymore. I'm not sure. Because now everything's green, right? and none of it has seeds. So, we would always have to sit there and pick seeds out. Gas tanks, yeah. Gas tanks. I mean, you watch the border, watch some border stuff. You'll see they get creative with that smuggling stuff across the border. Guess that is what happened to YOLO as well. Got out of it when it was 12 with my profit, never looked back. I think that that old saying, like with gold, remember, with the pick and shovels, the people that got rich were the pick and shovels, right? So who supplies the farmer that's growing the weed? Scott's Miracle Grow, I don't know. That REIT that I was talking about the other week, IIPR, they're definitely making money. But is the farmer making money? Probably not as much as the pick and shovel guys. Anaya, I'm surprised at y'all's knowledge of weed. Old man. I don't know as much about it as I used to. I used to kind of geek out on it. We got weed up from down south, but not that far south. Yeah, I mean, Mexico's just 6 hours to the south of us. Really, when I was in school, the people that knew finances, numbers, conversions, etc., learned it from buying or selling, not school. Exactly. That's how I got good at math and business, right? Like, we started out with candy. We would go buy, we would take our dollar and go buy, 10-cent candies and try to sell 8 of them for 25 cents a piece. So you'd double your money. You'd have a couple candies for yourself. You'd be able to buy lunch, and then you'd be able to go buy whatever the day after, or after school, I should say. Go play video games or whatever. Weed stocks, which are mostly Canadians, are a bad play right now. Very bad. I don't know if I mean, because there's a bunch of farmers here in California. I doubt any of them's publicly traded though. Brickweed brown smashed into a cube and smuggled in gas tanks. Yep, absolutely. That's all we had though. There was no choice, right? And then if we wanted green, right, we had to spend the money, because the brick white weed brown was like, $80 for an ounce, right? And then the green was, if we had it, it was a treat. And we had to get some. That's why that song "I Got 5 on It" came out, because it was like we had to like raise some money to go buy a gram, which was $20. And it was like, don't tell nobody. The weed in stores is usually grown in hothouses and is many times stronger than the old stuff. Yeah, absolutely. But from what I was seeing, even the cheapest stuff you can get in the dispensaries is like it's the it. Like, holy crap, man. It's crazy. Now, don't get me wrong. They do have some 8s out there that are, $40 to $60, but they're high end. I don't know if they're any better. You're going to really have a different effect. I'm sure the THC levels are higher or whatever, but honestly, is it worth it? I don't think so. I'm sure there's going to be, real weed heads that think so. "20 years ago, it was mostly brickweed." Yep. Yeah, I know I'd be frustrated if I was picking lots of seeds because you didn't want to roll them or put them in your pipe because they'd pop. Yep, exactly. Yeah, that would suck. That used to suck. It'd take forever to roll. Here it was more like Tennessee or Kentucky. 1 ounce grams, who knows without looking it up. 28. 3.5, 7, 14, and 28. The money is in farmland. They opened the first commercial wheat farm in Massachusetts and upstate New York. Yeah, that's why I said that IIPR REIT. I don't know if they're. I don't know what they do, but I know that they're. I don't know if they're buying farmland and leasing it back to the farmers. I don't know how their business model is working, but it's definitely farmland. How do you think CPI numbers are coming out? I think it should be leveling off. I really don't think it's going to keep running up. Because you got gas prices going down and everything else should follow. You got home prices coming down. And I shouldn't say everything should follow because, if a company can keep their prices sticky, they're going to keep them sticky. So it should flatten out though. I quit smoking 20 years ago and didn't buy less than an eighth. No idea on grams. Dang, you were a baller. Well, with the brown, there was no eighths. You couldn't buy eighths. It was either $2 joints, a $10 as much as they can stuff into a Ziploc zippy bag, or you went to quarter ounces for like $20. Half ounces were like 35, and whole ounces were like, I don't remember. No, half ounces were 50, and then whole ounces were like 90, something like that, of the brickweed. I live in a town that actually rented town land to a hemp farm, and what's funny is we are dry town and only 50 miles from New York City. Well, yeah, I mean, they can grow hemp and make clothes or whatever. Good thing about weed being so cheap now is you don't notice all the inflation in Cheetos and Taco Bell. Yeah, I was surprised at how cheap it was. I was like, you got to be kidding me how cheap this is. Like, why would I, like, I'm looking at all this stuff and I'm like, why would I buy this $45? I mean, especially if I'm new, why would I buy this thing that's $45 when you got this on sale for 12 and it looks freaking bomb? Like, literally, like, and they like do daily deals in these. There's two that open. They do like daily deals, 50% off this brand this day, 50% off that brand that day. I'm like, sheesh, why would I ever pay full price if you're doing these big old sales? How do you like gold as an investment right now? I really don't. It didn't act, because everybody was like, oh, buy gold, buy gold, buy gold. But I don't think it's done anything. Has it? Let's see. Year to date, it's down 2%. 1 year time frame, it's up 2%. I mean, it's supposed to be a hedge against inflation, and it's just not. What was the 5-day? The 5-day gold, it's flat. I don't like the price action on gold. Could be good though. Oh, wait a minute. You're talking GDXJ. Those are the gold, the miners. Um, yeah, that's the junior miners. If gold prices go up, the miners are they're gonna print, but they need that gold prices to stay up. If gold falls, the miners are in trouble. My dealers didn't go less than that. Too much hassle. Oh yeah, I was in the hood. They do $2 joints, $5 tiny bags, $10 bags, you name it. They had to the dealers had to conform to the monetary supply that their customers had. Farming needs water, and the East has water, and farming fits with Made in America. Made in America. It sure does. 15, 25, 45, 80. Yeah, something like that. And it was like you gave that stuff away. Like, hey, let me get one of those for later. You just, here you go. I remember a cop found my bag because we always hung out in front of my house, and we always smoke and drink and whatever. And undercover cops just pulled up on us like right around the corner. I'm like, damn it! I was sitting in the car rolling up a joint, and I'm like, they pulled up, just stopped right there, and I kind of just snuck it under the seat. I knew they were gonna find it. And he opened it up. He goes, "Man, this is bunkweed." He's like, "You should get some better stuff." I was like, "Man, I don't know if he kept it." No, he dumped it out in the bushes. Lol Joe, workers too lazy to work now. Cheap weed won't help. Yeah, that's true. Cheap weed won't help. Um, yeah, I was wondering about that too. Like, do we even do employers even do drug testing anymore? Like my wife got jobs, there was no drug testing involved. I don't even think they do it anymore. Maybe driving jobs. I don't know what else. Yes, but you need to remember a strong dollar makes price of gold go down. Yeah, see, I don't like the gold investment right now. The price action is just horrible. My go-to was always brownies. Really wonder if my parents just didn't care, or when I'd get home from work and cook a 3-course meal at midnight. Gigi is tripping, or you better make enough for everybody. Junior miners are crushed. So many value plays. Alaska vet. You just got to find the miners. You got to find where they need the gold price to be, because they all should have a target number of where the gold price needs to be for them to be profitable. The local dispensary takes all the flowers, disposes of them. If you grow hemp, you can get oil from the female plants. The whole thing is crazy. If I was 30, I would become a weed farms accountant. Why not now? Yeah, I don't know if there's I don't know if there's any farms near me. I know they're near the coast for sure and up north, but I'm not sure if there's any near me in the central part of California. Weed is the new plastics or oil or cigarettes. Yeah, weed is it's almost cheaper than smoking cigarettes. Not quite. Almost, though. It's close. It's really close. Especially here in California. A pack of Marlboros is like $10. I think in New York it's well over $10 for a pack of Marlboro cigarettes. I do get drug tested. Financial institution. Oh, that's interesting. That's Texas too. Yeah, that would make sense, I guess. Seems like most of the miners are at major support. If you look at monthly chart, very tempted to add. Yeah, I guess I've messed with GDXJ here and there. As far as cash secured puts are concerned, I've never owned it. I don't think I would. I would probably play the puts though. Here they do, and they do in Michigan. Last I knew, workers' comp doesn't like to pay if they were high. Huh. Yeah, I don't see any. There isn't very many. When I look at job listings, I don't see very many requirements for a drug screening. It's an easy way to get out of paying. Yeah, absolutely. There's probably going to be a bunch of thumbs down on this video as we're talking about weed. There's cannabis farms near my house. It's on the Washington side. Lots of weed farms in Eastern. Right on. I wish there was ones close to me. I wouldn't mind working at one. Since we were talking about Mary Jane, do you like Tilray stock? Nope. Nope. That being said, I don't like any of the weed stocks. I don't think any of them's worth a darn. Earnings per share, nothing. Negative earnings. Boy, they're down huge too. Yeah, I can't co-sign Tilray. Sales quarter over quarter down 70%. Profit margin negative 76%. Operating margin negative 97%. There's just no money in this thing. There's no money in the business. The original reasons laws were written about weed was to protect the hemp rope trade way back in the day. That makes sense. Ought to be if you consider it isn't addictive like cigs are. Yeah, I find it funny with the cigarettes that they're wanting to put everybody through withdrawals and take out so much nicotine. It's like they're just going to crave more and more. Like, okay, that didn't satisfy me. Let me smoke some more. Or let me find a way to get more nicotine. It's just weird. I don't know why they would do that. Weed growers are still not allowed to use the banking system. That is correct. It's all cash here. They need a good Italian accountant, but at 69, I don't want to work more than a few hours a day and from home. Hit one up. They might need you. Hit up Tilray because they got some ugly numbers. You might be able to make them look better. I have risen. Matt the Money. Someone was talking about you last week. You must have been hearing your name called. I'm here for CW. Yeah, I think she went to bed. She might be. Welcome back, Matt. Hola. Dollar is going to crash hard next few years as BRICS establishes itself as a new reserve currency and an alternative to trading, banking, and money transfer option beyond the spying by Uncle Sam. Doom, doom, doom. Gary, we're back to growing in a closet or a bathtub in the basement. Looking for future trends and not being judgmental or political is how you hit that home run and know what is going to fail. Got a grand slam. They bumped the age up here to 21. You can die for your country at 17, but can't buy a pack till they are legal to drink. Yeah, the 18 thing is pretty crappy. Like they moved up the gun laws to 21 or something like that. They moved up alcohol. They moved up cigarettes in some places, not every place, but 18 years old, yeah, go to freaking Ukraine and fight or wherever. Our age. I have consulted on a few small growers. That is a fancy way of saying I set them up with QuickBooks. Hey, that works. I tried QuickBooks when I first started in business, and I did not like it. I could not figure that thing out. I didn't spend a lot of time with it, I have to say, but it just frustrated the hell out of me. So I stayed away from any software and just did old school by the hand type stuff. That was the problem with me in the professional era, is I never learned the popular software programs because every place I worked at had kind of like proprietary custom built programs just for their process. So nothing ever uh, you know, I can't take what I learned on their software and go to another job and go, yeah, I know this software. And they're going to be like, what the hell is that? Lol, Gary. If children can't be trusted with guns at 18 in America due to maturity issues, they have no business being sent off to war either for the same reasons. Absolutely. Abso-freaking-lutely. I think my Walmart delivery is here. John. You would think someone would realize that restricting stuff from teenagers just makes them more likely to do it anyway. That goes for adults too. It absolutely does. Don't tell me no. Don't tell me you can't do this, because I'm going to want to do it just because. If you want to keep a small business set of books, you need to know QuickBooks and Excel. Yeah, I never learned Excel. I never learned Microsoft Word. None of those. Never learned any of those things. That was the bad part, right? I think old people should fight wars because they start the wars, and watching old people fight would be entertaining. A car in the hands of a teenager is more deadly than a gun. I would agree with that. You see that there was a extremely crazy accident down in I think it was the Los Angeles area Drunk woman barreled through a stoplight like at 100, it looked like 100 miles an hour, and killed like 6 people. Yeah, I got my Walmart package, John. Can you grab it, please? Laugh out loud. That's fair. I'm kind of that way too. You got to wiggle it, bruh. As wait, is that a plus? As bad as QuickBooks is, easy, and then you can do any accounting program except the really old specialty programs. Yeah, the QuickBooks was, when did I try it? I tried it in 2011, I think, and I went for like, I spent like a week trying to figure it out, and I said, screw it. Yeah, but you are learning Google spreadsheets. They're not very good. Those spreadsheets, I am not good at spreadsheets, man. I do not. Like, there's some of those arrays or whatever, if blah 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 dot semicolon. I'm like, what the hell? And people could look at, there's some people out there that can look at that and go, oh, that's what that means. I'm like, sheesh. Yeah, I am not good at Google spreadsheets. It's the phone that is in the hands of the teenager instead of the hands on the steering wheel that is the most deadly. Yeah, the phones. That's why I would never consider. I wanted to own a motorcycle for a long time, and I would never consider it now. I would consider a dirt bike though if I had my own land and place to ride. Dirt bike, or nah, I'm getting too old for that. I'd probably get like a four-wheeler, ATV nowadays if I had my own land. If I was going to grow plant anything, I would try beekeeping. I love honey so much, and bees are so important. Yeah, and they're fish now too. Did you know bees are fish? At least to California anyway. They classified them as fish. I don't like those big bumblebees that are black. They're like that big. And they come in like B-52 bombers around your head. I'm like, geez. I just finished teaching intro to bookkeeping. Have my class of students who want to keep their own business books. Right on. I think they need to learn how to manually do it. Do you teach them how to manually do it too? I would guess with intro, that would be it. I taught myself to use Google Sheets this year watching YouTube. So glad I learned it. Yeah, I got the basics from YouTube. But those big complicated things, like, for instance, to have a calculation on one page, calculate on another page of the sum of X, Y, and Z yeah, I can't do that. I remember when I had my arm around my future wife and she looked over at me and said, use both hands. I replied, I can't. I have to drive with one. I love honey, but you want to talk addictive substances? Why is sugar in everything? Kicking a sugar addiction is hard. Yeah, I still crave sugar, and I was a sugar fanatic for a long time. I still have it here and there, but very rarely. Nicotine was way harder than sugar. Like, I still crave nicotine to this day. I would still like to have a cigarette. and I haven't smoked a cigarette, and I hate the way it smells. Smells like crap. But even to this day, after I haven't had a regular cigarette in I don't know, a couple years, I still crave it. Bees or fish? What were the people smoking that decided that? Yeah, it must have been that new weed, because they classified bees as fish, so they're on the some sort of protection act. Somehow California did that. I don't know. Weird. Google spreadsheets, Apple numbers are just derivatives of Excel. You would be good with small business accounting. You just need the right teacher. I probably would be. I mean, because it's all just. I mean, with the accounting. I mean, it's really, especially with software, it's just like putting the numbers in the right spot, putting the information in the right spots, and make sure the information is accurate. I don't teach QuickBooks, but you have to know it to keep any business books. I teach the accounting one most semesters. Gotcha. Apple numbers. That's probably a app. The key to tax bookkeeping, you must have ducks before you have deducts. Joe got jokes all day long. How long since you quit? I didn't keep a date. But it's been a couple years. It's been a couple years at least. Let's see. I want to say it was in 2019 was the last time I had a traditional cigarette. And for some reason I see people smoking or I smell it and I'm like, damn, I want one of those. I'm like, could I just go and buy one? Can I go bum one off of somebody? Like, you can't be bumming cigarettes off people no more, because those things are like $10 a pack. Those are like 50 cents. I heard people used to say, "Oh, I'll give you a quarter for one," and that was like, just take it. But I think now it'll be like, yeah, give me that, give me that money. Accounting talk will cost you viewers. I'll stop. How did the two accounts get the wild party started? I don't know. They left and went home. Let's see. Let's see if I lost any subscribers with this video. Oh, I gained one. Let's see if there's any thumbs down on the video. I hate that YouTube doesn't show you guys the thumbs down. It only shows me. No thumbs down on this video. Wow. Kind of shocking. How did the poll do? Is the stock market bottom past us? Yes. 25% says yes, with 52 votes in. All fairness, Knives voted yes. 40% says no. So that's what 20 some people said no. 25% said maybe. So that's what 12 people. And then 9% said doesn't matter. So like 4 people said doesn't matter. Right on. I had cravings probably the first 4 or 5. I'm probably at 8 or 9 now, and not usually an issue unless I smell the neighbors toking up. So even after 8 or 9, you still, it's strange. It's like I don't even like the smell. Like, it smells freaking disgusting. But it's like, dang it, I almost want to go buy a cigar, because you can buy single cigars. Dang it. Now I can't see. I don't want to wear my glasses very often. I typically don't. Hope Take-Two has a good report. I'm hearing some good things about their purchase of Zynga. So hopefully it will start moving their stock upward. Zynga, there's a stock I haven't heard in a long time. I think that stock was the first stock I ever owned, and it was the Robinhood free stock back in 2018. Let me see. What does Zynga look like right now? Should I have never sold it? Let's see. Let's bring up Zynga. Come on, where are you at? Zynga. Are they not on the stock market anymore? Oh wait, there it goes. Wait, what? ZYNG? No. Okay, I can't find it. Then let's talk more accounting. I quit smoking at the height of Corona. I started vaping. That's what really got me out of smoking cigarettes. And I'm a cloud chaser. I'm not one of them crappy Altria vapes. But I do it. I don't even know why I do it, because I order the liquid and it's a extremely low nicotine level, and I don't really crave it like I used to crave cigarettes. Like I used to wake up first thing in the morning. First thing I ever did was walk outside, smoke a cigarette every morning. Like didn't say nothing to nobody, didn't even take a leak, didn't wash my hands, wash my face. I just went straight outside, smoked a cigarette. And with the vape, it's like I don't even think about it for a few hours after I'm up. Stevia plants are also something I am growing. It is a very good sweetener. Yeah, I heard about that. Interesting. How do you make it into a sweetener? Laugh out loud, no, but I would vary my buzz by smoking. So then smoking weed makes me want cigs. Gotcha. Probably the only way to get it pure, isn't it, Gary? Yeah, I would think so. Grow your own stevia. I started smoking so I could quit the patch. I never tried the patch. I tried the nicotine gum, and that didn't work very well. It really didn't. But yeah, nothing worked. I just had to. I did vaping. That worked. Didn't like the crazy dreams. Watch Allo. It may jump again. Biotech being run by pros who were successful in the past with other companies. Allo. What happened to Zynga? Anybody tell me anything about Zynga? Have they been bought out? What happened here? Wait. Oh, they did. So, what happened to them? Someone bought them out, but who? I don't know. Never smoked a cig. My parents did, and I hated it. That's how I started. Was my mom. That was back, late 70s, early 80s. Everybody smoked in the house. Nobody didn't matter, right? So we started with smoking her cigarette butts, and then she used to keep them in the freezer. So we decided to just start taking a pack, and then that was back when cigarettes were $1, and the markets would sell them to anybody. So we would get our own. Oh, Take Two. Take Two bought Zynga, huh? How much did they buy him for? You remember? Stevia is a type of mint. You just use the leaves, but I want to learn how to dry it. There you go. Dry it and make it into a powder. That's like it's like coca leaves. I mentioned it was bought by Take Two. Ah, gotcha. How much? That will be my kids. They watch me when young, and their dad has off and on and smokes cigars on the off points. Yeah, I remember my grandfather smoked cigars. I used to love the smell of that. That's different than a cigarette. Take Two bought them. How much per share? Every week I mention aloe. Last week I was right. It should run this week too. Watch it. High float too. Yeah, you like those. I think Gary, like, he's into accounting, growing weed, and buying high risk stocks and growing figs. Love it. I remember cigarettes sold in vending machines. Yeah, me too. We used to have to sneak into Denny's. They'd have but it was always more expensive in the vending machines. So we tried to go to the Korean market or the Indian market because they'd sell it to anybody. $11 billion. Gotcha. And the vending machine was at the college. Yeah, I remember those vending machines. It was either you can go in bowling alleys, uh, Denny's, not grocery stores. I just remember the bowling alleys, and the bars, of course. Well, I just bundle mint stems up with some string, hang them upside down in an area with good circulation. I think that's how they do with the coca leaves. Rubber band is often good because the stems shrink as they dry. Ah. You want high risk by Redfin. It's up 14% this past week. It only needs to go up another 500% to get me my money back. They should be doing fine. Receiving $3.50 per share and 0.0406 shares of Take Two. Dang, only $3.50 a share. I think that's what it was when I got the free stock from Robinhood back in 2018. It was like 3 something. And runner up for the most interesting man. I can do accounting. I can grow weed. I can grow fig trees. I can make stevia sweetener. My dad had beer in the vending machines. Hey, there you go. And skipping school to hang out at McDonald's in the smoking section and never being bothered by anyone. Yeah, I skipped school like a lot in my 7th grade year. Like 40 days in a row. Nobody said anything. But yeah, I'd go sit in the park, smoke cigarettes. That was back when you used to be able to get a buzz off a cigarette. Well, as a kid, I guess you could. But there's nothing like I guess that's how all drugs are. That first freaking buzz is what you try to get again, and you never get it off. You'll never get the first one in the morning buzz ever again throughout the day. Well, I don't think this live stream was as popular as the other ones. Maybe people didn't like the weed talk. I don't know. We only got 22 people in here. We're down to the end. I'm gonna go ahead and cut it off. I'm gonna go have a snack. I don't know what else I'm gonna do. Oh, we got some more comments. I trade only 1 or 2 volatile stocks at a time in small positions and don't judge. Options are not for the faint of heart. No, if you're comfortable with it, go for it. I never did the skipping school thing, wondering if that will become an issue since I told my daughter to quit school. Oh boy. Yeah, I used to tell our kids all the time, hey, just quit. Just stop going. They look at me crazy. It's all right. Take care, everyone. Cheers. Have a good night. McDonald's. Yeah. I like the French fries. Cheers, grateful man. Quiet, quit, do bare minimum. She is born. Long as she can get her done, that's all that matters. So I'm going to get off of here. Have a great week, everybody. Good night. See you next time, next Sunday. Same bat time, same bat channel, and we'll have a good time. Thank you all for showing up. Appreciate it. We'll talk to you next week. Thanks. Bye-bye.